So I think this is one of the last ones with the lift station. This is another
Yep.
one that's a little gross, but the fact of the matter is these are problems that your customers are running into, and CLR Pro has the solutions that can help them out. So,
Yeah.
Ryan, let's talk about lift stations and how you were able to help them.
Yeah, so this was in Florida after actually hurricanes and a lot of damage, but every city has a lift station, James. So we just need to team up with Granger and asking their, government or Granger just asking their end user in general, hey, what do you guys use to maintain your lift stations? Just start there. And they'll say, well, what do you mean? Be like, well, what happens in these lift stations is we all say it. I hate to say it this way, but shit rolls downhill is the saying, and then it needs to be lifted back up so it can make its way back to the wastewater treatment plant. These are usually pretty well not guarded, but a lot of fencing around them because this can be harmful. All this waste and fats and oils and grease go into this. Then they got to be pumped back up to another high point so it can go down. And what ends up happening is they call it a cap. So it's a fat cap. So you get, just like oil and water don't mix, you'll get fat, oil, and grease on top by maybe 2 inches or 3 inches at a time. And then that fat cap keeps growing and growing and growing. And it hits the sensor and it tells it to keep flushing. But all it's flushing is what's at the bottom while the cap keeps expanding. So it can overheat the engines, it can break the sensors, it can overwork the system. So the solutions that we worked with them, and we were the third solution they came up with, was one, a bubbler, where they put a bubbler in, but that's hooked up to electricity, and places that are trying to go greener don't want to be running a bubbler 24/7. The other
Yeah.
one, which is the most nasty one, is they open it up and they take a mixer, pull it in there, and blend it together. Make probably the world's worst smoothie, and then it's got to basically mix all together and then be pumped away. But that takes time out of someone's schedule to go out and check on them. Or the third
Mhm.
solution is take a 5-gallon bucket, pour it in. We got 4 to 5 billion little bacteria or enzymes in there that actually eat all the human waste, the fats, the oils, the grease, turn it into water. So it actually mixes it back in with the water. And as long as it has a food source, it keeps working every single month. The more exciting part about it is we want to make sure this is a continuous solution so they don't have to wear the Tyvek suit, the ventilators to breathe. So now we're
Yeah.
working with some city government officials to actually hook this up to a timer, like a DEMA timer. So every once a month, it pours a cup in automatically, and they don't have to go out and be exposed to some of this stuff that they have to breathe in. So it ensures longevity, and all they have to do is kick the bucket, see if it's low, and just replace it. So a unique, innovative solution. The before was right there to the left. After 30 days, we removed 80 to 85% of the fog. So
Wow.
it was better to go the second time than the first time. So
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm sure. And I mean, just looking at the difference in those pictures, a picture is worth 1,000 words. I mean,
yeah,
just night and day difference. And this is a good reminder that when I get home tonight, I need to use some of my drain maintainer in my floor drain in the basement, my
yeah,
laundry tub, in the laundry room, and do all of my sinks as well. And I'm not going to do an automated timer for all of those, but I do have a way of automating it. Just teach my kids to do it and
yeah.
have them do it once a month.